Hello, I'm Sophie Davis.
And I'm David Ashley. Welcome to our first Tuesday Wildcat newscast of the spring semester. We start today's news with the creation of 2 new labs on campus.
Here's Wildcat News science and technology reporter Clayton Connor with details.
Thanks, DJ and Sophie. New investments at the University of Kentucky are creating 2 new labs, and they will help UK become a leader in mineral recovery as the demand continues to increase. At the UK Center for Applied Energy Research, equipment is being brought in for the Strategic Minerals and Recovery Technologies, or SMART Center. This investment will help UK try to be a national leader in resource recovery.
It's numerous projects. They're all dealing with the basic shortage that we have of critical materials in the supply chain for technology. That would be all the metals or all the elements in the periodic chart.
These minerals are critical for our society. They are used for our phones, solar panels, and batteries, among other things. One lab is for recovering minerals from recycled electronics, and the other is for coal mine waste. These labs together are looking to further recovery technologies.
I think the inside lab that I showed you is going to be primarily focused on electronic scrap recycling, where we're going to be recovering copper, high-grade copper, and possibly some gold and potentially other elements from electronic scrap.
When they recycle the electronics, they grind the scrap up to separate the material. Outside in the other lab, they use chemical processes to get the minerals from the mine waste.
Like coal mine refuse to recover rare earth elements. That's what this material was used for originally, and we're repurposing it for other types of applications along the same lines.
The Center for Applied Energy Research is hoping these 2 new labs will help develop technologies to make resource recovery cheaper and more efficient. For Wildcat News, I'm Clayton Connor. Another project coming from UK's Center for Applied Energy Research revolves around students designing, building, and racing an electronic car. The Gen-EV program teaches engineering and team-based skills to students as they make small electronic vehicles. Around 50 schools are interested in the program, and the center is looking for funding for the electronic car kits. UK researchers at the Markey Cancer Center conducted a study with promising results that suggest a new treatment for advanced cervical cancer. The study used a new radiopharmaceutical compound that shows the drug may be viable for persistent, recurrent, or metastatic cervical cancer. Finally, we have recent news around the universe. Astronomers have discovered supersized galaxies further back in time than we have ever seen before. Data from the new James Webb Space Telescope have spotted massive developed galaxies 600 million years after the Big Bang. While not the oldest galaxies found, these 6 massive ones change how we understand the galactic timeline after the Big Bang. This is one of many recent discoveries from the new telescope, and scientists hope they will eventually observe the first stars and galaxies from after the universe was created. That is your science and tech news. Back to you, David.
The Supreme Court will hear a challenge to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau during its next term. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit ruled the agency's funding structure to be unconstitutional. The Biden administration asked the Supreme Court to review that decision. Severe weather hit much of the United States over the weekend. The storms left hundreds of thousands of people without power on Monday morning across California all the way to Michigan. Oklahoma and Indiana saw tornado warnings overnight. The National Weather Service confirmed at least 1 tornado touchdown in Oklahoma. 12 people had been hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries due to the storms. SpaceX and NASA delayed the launch of a 4-person mission to the International Space Station. The flight, known as Crew 6, was scheduled to take off Sunday morning. After a lengthy delay, NASA and SpaceX decided to wait to launch the shuttle, allowing them to work through some minor issues with Endeavour and the Falcon 9. The next launch window opens Thursday.
February 24th marked the 1-year anniversary of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Several nations illuminated buildings with the yellow and blue of their Ukrainian flag. These included the Empire State Building, the Eiffel Tower, and the Sydney Opera House. Japanese monks prayed for the dead, and a Ukrainian flag was held up in Bangkok to commemorate the day. A wrecked Russian tank was put on display in Russia. Germany is looking to set up new power line networks to link its wind parks in the North Sea to its neighboring countries. This move is to help move Europe towards clean energy. Germany has a goal to shut down all coal-powered plants and generate 80% of its electricity from renewable resources by 2030. Over 500,000 people in Mexico City protested what they call a threat to democracy on Sunday. The protesters condemned a government move that would shrink the National Electoral Institute, which President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has said is corrupt and inefficient. The protest is the largest of its kind against Obrador's administration.
Back here closer to home, there is a measles case in Jessamine County. The Kentucky Department of Public Health linked the case to the revival at Asbury University. Doctors are concerned the event could become a super spreader due to the contagious nature of the virus. Measles is avoidable with proper vaccination, but for unvaccinated people, the disease is not typically fatal. Healthcare professionals advise that you contact your doctor if you do contract the virus. Now, the CDC says over 800,000 people die of cardiac arrest each year. Woodford County did their part to help prevent some of those deaths on Saturday by providing more than 800 people free CPR training. The American Heart Association statistics show that if a person suffers cardiac arrest, receiving CPR can triple their chances of survival. The CDC drives home the importance of CPR certification. 90% of cardiac arrest cases occur outside of a hospital.
Here in Lexington, a unique coffee shop named Chaotic Good recently opens its doors. I stopped by for a visit, and the name fits the description.
We wanted to make something that was kind of unique, that kind of combined the things that we all really like.
Alex Camp is one of 3 owners of Chaotic Good. He had a specific goal in mind when creating this store.
We all love coffee, we like some of the comic things, we all love games on there, the 3 owners. So we just wanted to make a spot that we wanted to go to.
As you can imagine, Chaotic Good is more than just a one-stop shop. Upon entering the store, customers have to make a choice. On the right of the dividing wall is the coffee, but on the left is a world of classic games to play or purchase and a wide assortment of comics to read.
We have a good place for basically anything that you kind of want to do.
The owners wanted to create a student-friendly coffee shop, including an artist spotlight space each month to encourage UK students to showcase their talents.
A place you just want to come in and study, and just to relax for a little bit. You want to come in and play games with your friends, or you want to come try something new, or just have a good cup of coffee.
The store also aims to partner with board game clubs at UK. Chaotic Good wants students to feel welcome to enjoy their space. So, stop by for a cup of joe and leave with one of the many game piece-themed souvenirs.
Chaotic Good is open Tuesday to Sunday every week and is located on South Broadway underneath the Lex Apartments.
Coming up on Wildcat News, we'll have your weather forecast and a wrap-up of the latest sports. We'll be right back.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I'm a first-generation Filipino American.
You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Hello, welcome back to Wildcat News. Let's take a look at the weather for this week. Taking a look at the current conditions, we are looking at 60 degrees Fahrenheit as well as some low winds and 51% humidity. And later on tonight, it will be dropping down to 47 degrees Fahrenheit with some clear skies and 78% humidity. Now taking a look at tomorrow, we are expecting some more sunny skies and some higher winds at 13 miles per hour and 41% humidity. That night it will be dropping down to 58 with 87% humidity. Now taking a look at the 5-day forecast, as you can see, we got some pretty good weather this week with temperatures mainly in the 70s and 60s, primarily partly cloudy skies for most of the week, but we are getting some rain on Friday and some 23-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're planning on doing anything that day, you should probably do it inside. But other than that, conditions are looking pretty good, and we do not expect it to go down to freezing at any point of the week. That is your Wildcat weather. Back to Sophie at the desk.
The Wildcat baseball season is in full swing. Eli Hendricks was at their opening series at home against Wright State over the weekend.
I'm Eli Hendricks with Wildcat Sports News. The Wildcats played their first home series of the year, going 2-1 against the Wright State Raiders. The lineup was energized by Devin Burks' 7 doubles and 10 RBIs, including a career-high 7 RBIs on Sunday. We asked him what it felt like to have that career day in front of the home crowd.
It's good. It's good. I didn't even know that. But yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I'm just trying to come through for my team, you know. But it was good. Man, it's great. We're just clicking. We're clicking right now. And, you know, we just got to keep going, keep piling on because we can get a lot better, too. So.
He also talked a bit about starter Zach Lee's 6 innings of no-run baseball.
Zach Lee, man, he's good. He's real good for us. It's really important. We didn't even use our closer, like our guy Chavez. We didn't use him. You know, Mag was able to ride it out and do great for us. So.
Kentucky's next game will be Tuesday against Murray State before ending with a weekend series against Indiana State. I'm Eli Hendricks with Wildcat Sports News.
The Kentucky men's basketball team got an emphatic victory over the Auburn Tigers 86-54 this Saturday. Oscar Tshiebwe led all scorers with 22 points on his way to another double-double. The win helps make the Wildcats' case for an NCAA tournament bid with 20 wins. Kentucky will play Vanderbilt at home 7 p.m. tomorrow before finishing the season at Arkansas March 4th. The Kentucky women's basketball team lost their 7th straight game at home against the Tennessee Lady Vols, 83-63. The one bright spot came from junior guard Maddie Scher, who led all scorers with 27 points. The Wildcats go to 10-18. Florida is up next to close out the season. The last time these two teams played, Kentucky won. Even with that win, they will need a strong performance in the SEC tournament to make the NCAA tournament. Speaking of the SEC tournament, our Samantha Money is on her way to South Carolina to cover the game.
Good afternoon, Lexington. Tomorrow I'll be traveling to Greenville, South Carolina for the women's basketball SEC tournament. The number 14 seeded Kentucky Wildcats are set to take on number 11 Florida 25 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1, which will be around 2:30 p.m. Check back tomorrow for more updates. With Wildcat News, I'm Samantha Money.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
UK's radio station WRFL had some special guests this weekend.
Wildcat entertainment reporter Katie Hall was there.
Turbo Nut, a band from Louisville, came to campus to play for radio station WRFL Live Wednesday, February 22nd. The band is a collaborative effort, one that combines some of the best musicians in the Louisville scene.
Hey, we got to start a new band. How do you pick members? So we picked people that we knew from other bands that played really well, and then we were like, oh, let's just make a super group. So I wrote a bunch of songs during COVID, and then, we played them together, and that's that.
Some of them are from Quality Cable, an indie rock band who played at WRFL's 31st birthday bash in 2019. Although that band broke up, Turbo Nut is growing in popularity. They collaborate with bands like Sunshine and the Boa Boys, drawing crowds to their live shows.
It's weird because with Quality Cable, it was more like kind of this kind of vibe. Ooh, dancing. But our last show was terrifying because people are like moshing now, and I'm not used to that. But that's something I'm still getting used to. But yeah, it's really fun.
Their performance on WRFL Live was incredible. I look forward to see what Turbo Nut will bring us in the future. In Lexington, I'm Katie Hall with Wildcat News.
That was Dregs and we are Turbo.
In other entertainment news, Universal Pictures' Cocaine Bear had a successful opening this weekend with multiple sold-out showings at the Kentucky Theater.
The local theater held a red carpet premiere last Friday with hundreds of fans lining out the door to see the greatly anticipated film. The film's star, Cocaine Bear himself, also joined the crowd. Fans took pictures with Cocaine Bear in the theater's lobby. They could also buy his merchandise and Cocaine Bear-themed snacks. The film was the highest second-grossing film over the past weekend, close behind Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I know you have. Was it good?
Yeah. It was okay.
Well, I'm going to have to check it out. So.
Okay. Well, that's all we got for Wildcat News today. Join us again for more, and as always, thanks for watching, and have a great night.